This video will show you how to set up your paper in MLA format using Microsoft Word. If you don't have Word, you can access a free version from the Anywhere Learning Support page of the college's website. Scroll down and select Accessing a copy of Microsoft 365. This will include Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other common Microsoft tools. Once you have Word installed, open a blank document. Then you should rename it and save it right away so you don't lose your work. Let's start by adding a page number and a header. From here, we're going to the Insert menu, and then under Page Number, we're going to select Top of Page and plain number 3. You'll notice that the font here does not default to Times New Roman font, so we should choose a font that is recommended by MLA standards. So I'm going to begin this by putting in a last name, and then the page number. I'm going to highlight the text, and you'll notice when I do, it allows me to change the font here. So I'm going to choose Times New Roman 12-point font, and I'm going to close the header and footer. As you add text to your document, you'll notice the page numbers will increase. Next, we'll add your name, instructor, course, and date to the top left first page of the document. Default to Times New Roman here. Don't worry about it. We can fix that as we move on in the next section. Now let's add the title of your paper. Remember to use the center option from the paragraph menu in order to center your title in the page. Be sure to use title style capitalization, which means that the first, last, and major words should be capitalized. Use lowercase for articles, conjunctions, and prepositions. Before adding the text to your paper, be sure to align it to the left again. And again, I'm going to go back to the paragraph menu item and choose left alignment. Let's add some content to this document and then adjust the font and line spacing. So remember to use your Tab key to indent the first line of each paragraph. Now, from the Home menu, choose Select under Editing, and then select all. This highlights all of the text in your document. And now we can change the font of the entire document to Times New Roman 12-point font. And we can also adjust the spacing. For this, we'll go under the paragraph section and use the line spacing icon and select 2.0. So now your document should be double-spaced consistently throughout. The final page of your paper is the Works Cited page. The words Works Cited should be centered at the top of the document. Be sure to switch back to left justification before adding your cited references. So here I've placed in my cited references, and I notice there's extra spacing, so I'm going to remove that. But one final thing that we need to do is to create a hanging indent for all the lines after the first entry. There are multiple ways to create a hanging indent. For our purposes, let's first select all of our references. Then, from the Home ribbon, and under the Paragraph section, click on the little arrow icon to open up a fuller menu. Under Indentation, there is a section where it's labeled Special, and we're going to use the drop-down arrow to choose Hanging Indent. And it defaults to 0.5, so a half an inch, which is what we're looking for. So let's say OK. And now all of our cited references should have a half-inch hanging indent. And now your paper is in MLA format.